Welcome back from that musical break. This country, Nigeria, is really a beautiful and wonderful place. Sometimes when I try to uh, look at how blessed this country is, I get caught up in the thought line that I am in this state of, I wonder, is it the people or is it the resources that the land has? Most times I get to conclude that no, it's not just the land that is blessed with all the mineral resources and the beautiful weather and all that this country represents as far as wealth goes. No, it is the people of this country. It is me and you that makes this country extra special. It's on this note that our conversation this morning with my next guest is going to be focusing on how jobs can be created, especially with the federal government's announcement that it's partnering with Google to create 1 million jobs for Nigeria. Please join me as I welcome to the studio uh, Mr. Ugochukwu Akogasi of Camera Zone Academy. You're welcome on the program, sir.
Thank you, thank you, thank you for inviting me.
Yes. Mr. Ugochukwu is a photo enthusiast and somebody who has dedicated himself to teaching young minds, young people, the essence of skills in the photography sector, skills in things that will bring them value. He's so passionate about this that he has evolved and created so many things. But this morning, we want to talk about how photography plays into this job creation of Google. Let's start from the very basics. What is skills? And then how does this relate with photography?
Thank you, Laban. Thank you for inviting me. First of all, we have to start from digital skill. What is digital? Digital is when you convert a quantity or an item to zero and one. So it can be accessed multimedially by storage and can be transferred and viewed. And then we are talking of skill. What is skill? Skill is a practical demonstration of knowledge. So digital skill is our ability to practically demonstrate the skill. And we are talking of photography, which means practically demonstrating skill of photography. So, and skill is the ultimate. So from your question, we have understood what is digital and what is skill. Practical demonstration of knowledge, not experiential knowledge, knowledge that has substance. Then you are hands on it.
Now, how important is photography in the multimedia space?
Thank you again once again. Photography is the backbone of multimedia and is the fundamental element of internet. First of all, we have to start. What is photography? It's drawing with light, what you can see. And drawing with light means you are drawing with a camera. So photography has come a long way from analog now to digital and even to AI and also what we call synthetic photography. So first of all, you can't do anything on the multimedia, on the internet without photography. It is the principle, it is the backbone of the internet, and is the must-have skill for anyone, whether you are designing a website or a blogger or anything you can talk about. Photography is number one, and it's the fundamental requirement for anyone to be multimedia certified.
Amazing. Uh, Now let's bring it down once more to the internet because many young people, since the internet became popular, especially certain apps on the internet, talking about Facebook, Twitter, young people are raking in millions, bringing in billions. They've been able to showcase their talent and bring this talent to the knowledge of other people. We see skit makers, we see comedians, we see even snippets of films and comedy shows and everything, creative things, and make their way into the internet through these applications. Now, fundamentally, I like to speak particularly now to skit makers. This seems to be a very vast field for them because there's comic relief when you get to the to the internet now. You see people on TikTok, Twitter, Facebook. What they basically do is use the camera.
Yes.
So, in your estimation, these jobs that we're talking about creating, are these type of jobs or are there other types? Or what kind of jobs should we be looking at?
Thank you once again. First of all, photography is so vast. And when we are talking of multimedia, the photography forms, as I said, is the basics. First of all, you are a photographer, which means you can be a freelance photographer. You can go and cover events. You can be a photographer. You can be an instructor. You teach others photography. You can be a landscape photographer, which means you go about taking pictures of landscape. You can be a natural photographer. You can be a wildlife photographer. You can be a fashion photographer. You can be a food photographer. You can even be a child photographer. All these are so many aspects of photography. And with those, is with what the federal government is trying to do, they are going to create massive jobs, not a million, in millions, because every aspect of our living and internet depends on photography. Let me ask you a question. If you are online and you want to buy something from a website, which product do you buy? Do you test them?
No,
No. You read specification. But the one that have a very good photograph is what you buy.
that's true.
And that is the main thing about it. I'll give you another example. A young lady working, living in Guarimpa, he has an iPhone 12. He's looking for a recharge card to put in. And there is a woman cooking food on the basis, on the basement. What does he do? Go to her. Please, can I snap these your dishes? He snap it. He will now make it, Photoshop it, put it on her Instagram page. He has become an entrepreneur. What is the cost? Almost nothing than a bundle. He can, in 1, 2, 3 weeks, he can sell more than that woman. Can you see where the entrepreneur skills and job is coming from? And also, you have a supermarket. You just enter a supermarket and say, please, can I snap the whole pictures here? I will be able to sell for you. And all these are the advantage of photography because anything you put on the internet, my brother, is unlimited.
Now, I was speaking with you earlier before we came on set, and I shared your thoughts as regards how the knowledge of photography is not readily available, especially for children within the primary secondary school. Uh, Let me hear your view once more. Why do you think this knowledge and how should it be made available?
Thank you. First of all, I have passion for photography and I have drawn my inspiration. And that is my motive. That's why I started Camera Zone Academy to impart skill on about photography, to impart skill to kids right from the age of 5 to understand the basics of photography so that they can run with it. We teach them the basics of photography, how to take pictures, how to crop them, how to Photoshop them, how to make them good. And also, we formed an association of photo enthusiasts. We are people like minds so that we can be able to produce instructors that will carry this teaching and navigate to every corners of this country so that by the time the jobs are being created, we will have instructors that will make more instructors and more occupational and professional photographers. And that is the vision. But we have to help ourselves, especially the secondary schools, the primary schools. We have to help ourselves. First of all, photography has been on the curriculum, a skill curriculum. But due to the fact that they cannot manage photographer and photography teachers, they find it difficult. I will give you an example. You employ a photographer to teach in a school. At the end of the day, you put a staff meeting on a Saturday, and he has a wedding to cover on that day that will give him or her mega bucks, and there is a quarrel. And why we started the association is to make sure we have enough hands and contractual agreement with schools so that photographers that know the knowledge and can impact the knowledge will be employed by the schools on contractual basis to impact the knowledge to the school.
Okay, that's wonderful, and kudos to you and your team on this noble effort. We do have a lot of gadgets here. Unfortunately, we are running out of time, so we can't really speak much about him now. We do have the time to come back sometime, some other time, and analyze properly what these gadgets are and how they enhance the photography effort. Uh, our viewers, you heard it. Photography as a skill is a must skill. You must seek to expand your knowledge in the field of photography. We'll go on a short break now. When we come back, the program continue. But first, let me thank my guest, Mr. Ugo Chukwu Akogasi, the CEO, Camera Zone Academy. Thank you for coming on the show.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, so let's go on that short break now. When we come back, the program continues.